I'm just going to kick this off. To give you a little bit of a half cleanup day. After being out there, as many of us are. Now, the difference here that you're going to see on Indian Trace, and I didn't make a video out there because of various reasons. Number one, now this bag, first of all, is what I collected just the other day, and I haven't even been able to get on film. And this bag in here is what I collected today. I don't even remember it. I was just putting them in the bag and going forward. Now, the reason why I did not make a video for every single one of these is because you got to go back and read that and pause it. Sorry. Is because of the fact that I've gotten to the place where I have no tolerance for leaders that fail their people. None. So, how is that connected to YouTube for those simple users of YouTube? Well, it's connected because those leaders that have failed their people in this country are directly connected to the big tech companies, including YouTube. You are watched, you are regulated, and if you're not dangerous, they don't give a crap about you. If you are shadow banned and regulated, it's because you're dangerous to the freedom they're looking to subserviate in a fascist manner. That's all. I won't keep going too much on it, but that was all the truth. Now, check these out. I just did pick these up just the other day. Just some quality artifacts. Opening sands and Site 5. We've had a little bit of rain, not a lot. We've had enough to knock the dust off things, but not a ton. A lot of these I haven't even really been able to see as well as I'm seeing them right here now. What I appreciate here on Indian Trace, and most of these that you see, if you will leave a comment, your thoughts about the link, your thoughts about anything that I share, and you choose a number in those comments from 1 to 100. Most of these artifacts you're seeing, almost every single one of them, I'm going to go ahead and put in your hands. It's fine with me. Do give away every once in a while. This is absolutely perfectly made for a utilitarian meat-getting purpose. Look at this. That's Cortex. They came up with this in the flake, and they just integrated it into the shape of this point, which is just a great thing I like to see. Anyway, some great stuff, right? I haven't even really seen what I pulled out of Site 4 today. There's a little Guilford right here. In rhyolites, what you're seeing is the greenish stone. Another rhyolite variation is the light brown. At Patina's light brown, but it was a dark chocolate brown when it was first made out of flint. We have thumb scrapers that are very much like this. I don't find them in rhyolite that often, but why not? You get it between your finger right there. It's super strong. That'll clean the tallow off of any squirrel, any rabbit, any chipmunk, and they did condition the hides of all the mammals they killed. You can use that skin for so many things, and they did. So those are great points just to begin with. Now I want to leave it at that and show you these, and then the next one that you see here will be this bag from today. Half clean. Fantastic stuff I should have put on video. Actually, looking at my time, let's do it. Again, many of these that you see are going to have a great spot in your collection. Some will have it in mine, and I don't even remember these yet. They're not even clean, they're not even washed. You see the dirt coming out of them. Pieces of pottery. Is she? Again, I will say this. All you need to do is leave a comment, make a few comments, either about the link or any comments that I share. Choose a number from 1 to 100, and we'll let it roll from there. I don't know if it's focusing. You can see that's a pretty nice piece, even though it's big, it's durable. No problem at all with that. Some of these I don't even remember finding this morning. And I was sharing with a friend that part of my zero tolerance for the type of sick fascism you see going on across the country with censorship and deciding that if I have a specific political view that you're just going to find the way, the power, and the leverage to make it so that no other human beings can think reasonably, rationally of whether or not my ideas might be better than another man's, or their ideas better than mine. We should have the right to make that decision. We should have the capacity to let every human being think, reason, because every human being is going to turn out and they're going to choose freedom. It is hardwired into us. But what I'm saying right now, many of you don't realize the administrators of YouTube hate. Oh, they'll let you post your videos as long as you don't cross the lines and share things that they don't agree with. Then, as many of you have told me time and time again, they'll regulate you or shadow ban you, where you that are watching now won't get. It'll begin with the subtleties. You won't get prompts for new videos put up. Then it'll just shut off altogether. Because I'm going to also share links that reinforce good ideas. Ideas that will support the Constitution of the United States and the Bill of Rights, that will celebrate them. Not as the best ideas ever in the face of the earth, but as the best ideas ever composed for civil society. When ours is becoming so non-civil, disgusting, because of rulers that have failed right now. Look at these pieces. So, make a comment. A lot of these I've got to find a place for in a home. Look at this. A little Guilford Yuma. And they weren't able to work this little piece off the side. So they left it. Some tough spots when they're doing rock. It's not all easy skating, I'm sure. You can see it right there real good. I'm sure when this thing is hafted in and coming at full velocity, it's still going to brutally do the job it needs to. Good stuff, though. Look at the size of this, right? Want to know how drills really work? See if I can go back one. That's how drills really work. Did you see it? all those of you like to see gorgets and everything that are drilled, there's a good indication of how drills work with a true indigenous, vintage, late 1800s in the northern regions of North America. Look at this piece. I'm sorry, the focus I don't think is coming in. This is heavy caliber. That's not a new break either on that little notch there. This is serious damage. You can feel how sharp it is if you're holding it. That hits you at any kind of speed. It's going to cause serious damage. That's all they needed to harvest their meat. Look at this piece. What a heartbreaker, right? So I did mention in this video, if you click through later and you're just in a big hurry because there's something better on the other side of the fence. Look at this piece. Just a new break too. Beautiful. That's too bad. They'll probably find its place in my Heartbreaker's vase. Notch points. Just some good stuff. Drills, great colored pieces. You'll get sucked in if you start looking at this Heartbreaker's vase. Yes, you will. Well, you must really love artifacts if you've watched it this long. This is a heartbreaker. It happens. It didn't need to get broken anymore, so that's just the way it is. And then there is this, which is definitely not the least. Something that's the most, because this usually is a feminine artifact. It means the women, the females of any clan or pod would condition the hides and condition the kills and the meat and the foods, skins, and this is a fantastic scraper. Hardcore, well used. You can feel where the polish is, where a thumb such as mine, where this was used. Wait till that cleans up right there and I take the dirt off that. That is fantastic. I can only hope everybody out there finds and contributes. Appreciate you tuning in.